Howdy ho, Muglax Lives. I think so. We play a little 7 Days to Die. Ooh. If I can. I'm gonna try. I haven't recorded in a couple of days because of this cold, so we'll see how far I can get here. It's not been a terrible cold. It's just really affecting my voice. And so I am tempting with a cough drop. Ow. Great. I barely got hit, I got infected. Great. We'll see how this goes. So, I am all caught up on The Walking Dead. I know, I think the last time I talked about The Walking Dead, I talked about the ridiculous post from The Walking Dead itself about, was it last week's episode being the end of Rick Grimes? See his final episode this Sunday. And I was seeing that advertisement everywhere. And it doesn't make a difference that his character didn't die. Spoilers! It's the fact that they announced it would be his last episode before the episode that still irritates me. Like, why have a show where any character at any time can die if you're just going to tell me ahead of time when a character leaves the show? I mean, you pretty much already know ahead of time anyways, because they will they'll have news articles about so-and-so has left the show and their final episode is going to be, but you don't know what's going to happen to them. But they were making out like this was the death of Rick Grimes. And, yeah, I'm still not, I'm not okay with them announcing that way ahead of time. Turns out it was just a trick, and that yes, the character has left the show for now. Who knows if it's gonna be permanent? Nope. But supposed to be gone. Come on. Supposed to be gone. Whoops. For now, anyways. And is going to be in 3 movies. 3 Walking Dead movies, TV show movies. So while the character is no longer on the show, he's not gone from the Walking Dead universe, AMC universe. So, it'd have been fine to announce that after the episode, but to announce it before the episode like it was, this is it, into this character, you're never gonna see him again. I kind of want to just scrap that. I should have checked it first, though, for... I can still cancel that, I think. Oh, I don't have the book. I'll have to wait for the book to see if it's got better parts. Can't always tell from the quality of the item what the parts are going to be like, so... yeah, I didn't dislike his final episode. I like the episode. I like what they did with the character. I know it's way different than the book. Um, I was a little surprised to see, once again, spoilers, Jadis leave the show. Well, maybe not left the show, but Jadis vanish along with him. Because I thought she could have been a cool character, but she just turned around and betrayed them again. How many times do they let people betray them? The next time they just need to put a bullet in her head. I mean, not on this show, because everybody gets 18,000 chances to betray the group. Um, unless it's not story convenient, then, we can't even give them a chance. Uh, and then at the end of the final episode for Rick Grimes, of course, we introduce a time skip. Ooh. I don't hate time skips, for sure. It's an interesting thing to do on a show where, um, where there's a bit of empire building, I guess you'd say, going on, and so basically end of last season, they defeated, uh, right, they defeated Negan. And then this season has been fallout from what they had to do to defeat Negan, and seeing them jump ahead allows them to rebuild sets and stuff like that. Plus, the characters get to grow up a little bit. Like Judith Grimes is now a major player on the show. Judith Grimes was barely talking in the previous episode, and now she's about 8 or so. I'm really bad with ages, so uh, I feel like she's got to be about 8, and um, so um, but it ends. The episode ended with a group of people being surrounded by zombies, and then shots ring out and kill a bunch of zombies in between them and the edge of the forest. And then you hear, the little girl's voice shout out to come this way. It's open, and so they run that way, and then you see a little girl standing there with the Rick's pistol in her hand, and then they ask her who she is, and she bends down and picks up the hat, right, and then announces that she's Judith Grimes, and so that was 2 weeks ago, or a week ago's episode, and so then we get to this week's episode, uh, and so of course she has to argue that they got to bring these people back because they no longer accept people apparently in Alexandria, and one of the people has a head injury, and so I mean, what's it been? Judith was born after the zombie outbreak, and it's really weird that there is a chest up there, or a crate. So it's been 9 years or so since the end of civilization, basically. And I get that they've had issues with people, and there's been a lot of years that we didn't get to see And something's definitely gone down. Uh, there are some clues, and one of the big ones is they show Michonne with her shirt off from behind, and she's got a huge scar on her back now, shaped like an X. And I had also read that I don't know people's names. Maggie is leaving the show, and so she may have left the same time as Rick, uh, but her character may be gone already and didn't get a send off. I guess Rick's character didn't really get a send off, but um, so I mean they'll probably have flashbacks, right? Uh, Explaining what happened eventually, but yeah, I know her. The reason I say that is because they're going to Hilltop, and it doesn't sound like Maggie's in charge there anymore. And so, but oh, I'm out of arrows. Weird. Why am I out of arrows? I'm out of feathers. Yeah, it looks like I'm out of feathers. All right, I'm gonna have to get some more arrows then. I can't wait till I get my better club. All right, let's see if we can find some feathers. So, yeah, so the rest of the episode was just them arguing over whether or not to keep the people basically in Alexandria. But the best part of that episode was Carol. As I've stated many times, Carol's my favorite character. She finally started moving back to being the old Carol. Uh, and I'm not saying she can't have growth. You know, I'm not saying the character can't change. But I really hated the parts where Carol was like in the middle of a nervous breakdown because I don't know why. Uh, and so eventually she got over it, and and so but she wasn't back to being Carol really. She was this other character that was. I mean, she was Carol, but she was fragile, I guess you'd say. And so we in this time skip, she's married to Ezekiel, and they've been raising that I don't remember what his name is, the kid from the previous season. Benjamin was his brother, and after Benjamin was killed, thanks to Morgan. Uh, After Benjamin was killed, Ezekiel started raising the kid, and and so now that now that he's married to Carol, she's his de facto mother, I guess, and he wants to go train under the Hilltop blacksmith if the Hilltop, and this is telling of what's going on, if the Hilltop blacksmith still is in business. They have cut off ties with one another. Whatever went down, Alexandria, the Hilltop, and the Kingdom are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know how much animosity there is between them because Ezekiel does allow the kid and Carol to go see if he can be trained. Apparently, the kingdom doesn't have a blacksmith, So they need someone to learn the skill, and so the kid volunteers, and so they're gonna head out to Hilltop, and then Michonne does say that she is going to Hilltop, so they're not like at war with each other, but to not know at all if the blacksmith is still in existence at Hilltop is weird. Okay, you flew over. Where's your... Oh, did I see it back there? There it is. Sorry guys, I gotta go get this treasure, and then I gotta head back home to make some arrowheads. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there, of course, because we only had the one episode. But I guess there were two favorite parts in the episode. One was Carol, and so there's a scene where some of the guys they had dealt with on a previous episode when they were trying to build the bridge that Rick blew up when he disappeared. And they attacked. Well, they didn't attack, but they tricked Carol and the kid. They didn't trick Carol, but they tricked the kid, and then they robbed from Carol and the kid. And then at night, Carol went and wiped him out to get her wedding ring back, which was awesome. It was a very Carol thing to do. I gotta say, I loved it when she just walks into the middle of their camp and covers them in gasoline without them even realizing it. And then when they wake up, she's like, "Yeah, you're dead now." And that was awesome. And then of course, my favorite part, as I have been stating for a while now, my favorite storyline so far in The Walking Dead has been the Whispers. And we have started the Whispers. I am so excited. It's going to be different, they said, than the comic book, because it's going to have its own spin on things since it's in the show, and the show is different than the book. But yeah, they had his basically is I think it's a similar intro. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I read it, but if I remember correctly, they were attacking a group of zombies when they got attacked by the zombies. And I think I like the shows. Oh shoot! I put my bedroll down here by the thing. I guess I should have stayed on the. That's okay. Help me find the road. So yeah, that was pretty fun with Eugene and Rosita had gone out to put up a relay station, and for whatever reason they couldn't manage to get Eugene down off the tower, and so he fell and hurt his leg, right? And so then he can't walk fast, which I thought was kind of silly. But so they have to hide because the zombies are close, and so they get in there and the zombies are coming up on them. 108. All right. I should have some scrap. Nope. 10. Yeah, I can't tell what you're doing. 108. Because that's how many feathers I got. They hide and throw mud on themselves and stuff, um, and so while they're laying there, the zombies go by and they talk. Uh, and Rosita, she immediately shoves her hands in her mouth, stop from screaming, and I've seen some of the upcoming episode stuff, and Eugene thinks the zombies have evolved and stuff like that, and yeah, it's exciting. I really it's gonna be a totally different story though, because no Rick, no. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. What's the kid's name? Carl. Because Carl had a major part in the comic with the Whispers, with the introduction of a female character about Carl's age. Uh, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I can't wait for him to get to Hilltop because they didn't make it to Hilltop at all, and I'd like to know what happened in Hilltop during the changeover here, because that kind of got skipped a little bit. All right, I have enough wood for that. You know what I could use is I could use some. I've got forged iron. I could use a hunting knife. You know what I could do is I could look at my stats here first before I get too crazy. Looks like I could upgrade some gear. Let's see if there's anything else I should be putting some points into here. We're not to concrete yet. I don't want to make 9mm rounds yet. My A16er could use some points. I like my A16er a lot because that probably should put some points into this because I do have a chest or two out there I need to explore. Oh man, I still don't have the decorations book. I need to get my hands on the decorations book. Alright, so we're going to do this. Then I need to scrap out all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to need more forged iron. So the new group that they introduced this last week, pretty interesting. I like at least one of the actors in there. I know him from other stuff. I don't know any of their names yet. I think the main one is Magna, was the major character. I talked earlier about how many years it had been since the turn, and it was weird to me for Magna. I think her name's Magna, is apparently ex-prisoner, um, and like a convict prisoner, not like someone held her captive. Um, and Michonne really harped on the fact that she's got prison tat on her hand, and so did I tell that to make? Oh no, because I stopped. Oh, can I make a barbed club now? Oh no, I'm using a barbed. It's the spiked club that I want. Oh, wait. Do I have the thing for Spiked Club? Oh, I don't have the book yet. Right. I think I need glue and tape to make... Oh, look, I have feathers and iron arrowheads. Weird. But I mean, it's been 9 years. I mean, I get that that was a thing back when there was civilization, but Michonne has killed people. Uh, isn't it more what has this woman done since the end at this point that matters? Um, I don't know. Okay, what do I need to make a crossbow? Oh, and leather. Right. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they integrate them into the show. Well, we haven't seen Hilltop yet, so we don't even know how that's going to change things. Because I think I read Angela, Angie. It was an A name. I read is the new leader of Hilltop. So, um, but since Maggie's the actress that plays Maggie is leaving the show, um, they, I assume the character is leaving the show, and so we'll have to see how that plays out. I'm pretty excited though. All right, let's see. Uh, yeah, I guess we're starting a new campaign this week in D&D. The our man, our Wednesday night D&D group. Um, the guy who runs that, he I guess decided not to do his next part. Maybe I'm not sure what the deal is there, but he talked and talked and talked about this big thing we were gonna do to extend the campaign, and oh man, I fell off. That's Hey, look, there's some bird's nest right there. Um, I don't think. Well, let's do this. There, then I can jump on this. Oh, that's not the right spot. Whoops. There we go. Uh, do you think this counts as being touching this next thing over, or do I need to? I should probably. Well, I gotta wait till I get an axe. Take this whole row out here, right? Make sure that's connected to the side of the building. I don't think that's gonna work otherwise. Oh, now I'm out of. Dang it! I should have done the axe first, man. Uh, one, one, two. It's usually three out before I start putting pillars down. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. I find it really weird that he has opted to Start a whole new thing. Well, I find it really weird that he told us so many weeks that he had something ready to go. 3, 4. Okay, wait. 1, 2. I can do math. 3. 4. And then, when it came time for it, suddenly there was no anything to do. I'm kind of excited. We got all new characters, and I mean, I guess I shouldn't be excited because I know it's going to be grueling and agonizing at points, but I have been wanting to play this particular adventure ever since we started playing D&D like two years or so ago. Our other DM said he was going to run it for us, and then he never did. But we're supposed to play Curse of Strahd, which is like a Dracula thing, and I am a huge fan of Dracula, so I am greatly looking forward to playing Curse of Strahd. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, and I might work on this a little bit more before I finish, so that I can get at least another 110 frames put in place and maybe wood it up. This is going to be, garden area like I like. So with that, click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.